Focus, focus. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you guys are watching this. We are still in quarantine, and like I said in my last video, I will be posting more. Oh, wow, I can't even focus. I will be posting more content for you guys to enjoy and consume. Today, we are Chrome deleting a lot of the stuff on the E30. Now, a lot of people might come in to hate just on using Plasti Dip, and just so you guys know, this is a temporary thing because I do have plans to wrap the car, but right now it's just not worth it to wrap because the body isn't in the best condition. But I am wanting to make the car look a little bit nicer with just doing the black accents. There's a lot of things that I think that will make the car look better if we just had the same black color. So it's not necessarily, like different shades of black, like on the front bumper, like on the mirrors. Everywhere there's just a different black. And so we're going to do that, and then all the chrome on the car we're going to delete. I'm going to do my best to get the nasty windshield, just because a lot of the E30 guys will understand that it gets really gross along the edges of the windshield. So Plasti Dip is the best thing because if it gets on the window, we just wipe it off. So I don't really have much else to say other than let's get at it. I'll show you guys what we're doing here. Now it's almost taking every bit of me not to Plasti Dip the wheels and the chrome bumper. I might do it just because we're getting new wheels on the car. Unfortunately, the place that I was going to get wheels on is closed, and I'm just going to be safe and sorry and practice social distancing, just because going out in public just to get wheels on isn't really worth the risk. So maybe I will Plasti Dip the wheels. We'll see. I got 4 cans. Normally I do 4 cans for 4 wheels, but I think that with these smaller wheels I might be able to get away with it. We'll see. Let's just test it out. So starting with the harder part, we're going to get this chrome here and then probably do these two. So the best thing that I'm going to do right now is we're going to clean this up just because we can get a solid layer of Plasti Dip. Now, obviously, if we were professionally painting, you would take all the chrome off, you would sand it, you would clean it, you would do everything. But this is just Plasti Dip, it's just temporary, so we're not really taking a whole lot of super huge precautions because 1, it's really easy to clean up. 2, it's temporary. It's just gonna make the car look better for now until we go into further stuff. This is the good stuff. This is the stuff that has tape with it. Yeah. Best tape job ever, but basically this is how it's going to look. I don't need too much covered up on this area just because I'm not spraying up high. I'm going to be spraying down on here, so I just got to get the corners right there, and then we'll be set and get started to paint, and so we'll see how it looks. The biggest thing with Plasti Dip, if you guys have never used this before, make sure it stays in a warm spot. If it's really cold, it's a rubbery material, so it's going to spray bubbly, if that makes sense. Other couple things is make sure that you spray a couple times before your first coat, because the first couple sprays are just never the best. And then not to get too close, just like any other paint, and then not to be too far away. The biggest thing with Plasti Dip too is that make sure that you do in coats. You don't just cover it all in one coat. It needs to stay in coats, and that's the way that it will be the best form to the car and so on. So let's get at it. that's about good for Plasti Dip. The biggest thing is make sure that you get this off while it's wet. Be super, super careful. Make sure it's like kind of wet, kind of dry. Right now we've waited long enough to be able to rip it off to where it won't smear the paint. But if you wait too long, then they'll bond together and then it'll rip. So it's kind of hard to rip off properly with Plasti Dip, but let's try it. As expected, tons of overspray. The nice thing is once this is fully dry, you just take some goof off and rub this off and it'll come off so easy. So I'm not too worried about that. Now, once this dries, I've already started masking off the windows. I'm gonna drop this down and then I'll be able to tear off little spots, say here and around here. So I've already started on the other side. I'm gonna start painting on there, but it's really kind of pointless to show you guys because it's gonna look the exact same on this side as it will the other side. But just so you guys are aware, you know, they do say that the longer that you take prepping, the better it'll turn out. Obviously, I didn't take too long because we have tons of overspray, but it's already starting to look a whole lot better. So yeah, now we're gonna wait for dry. All right, moving on to the chrome here. So let's get started. First coat done, already starting to look really, really good. I decided to go ahead and go with these pillars because they kind of match the Plasti Dip, but might as well, and it's like less taping so I could save some of the masking tape. The mirror's turning out pretty good, so you can see this is the first layer of the color, and here's how it was before. So already looking a whole lot better on that side. This is the second side that we're working on here. I just got the last coat done, so I'm gonna be ripping it off, and then we're gonna be starting to mask, so then I can start what I'm doing on this side. On this side, I don't know if we're gonna be able to hit these quite yet. I was able to save some masking by ripping it off, and so I'll just be able to tape it, and then we'll see if we can get that windshield or not. So far looking so good. Happen. All right, but first look, absolutely amazing. I knew this would happen. Waited a tad too long to take off this tape, so we're gonna have to redo this part here, wait for it to dry more, and then we'll tape it up again and redo it. But everything else, I mean, the edges on everything else look outstanding. Just from this side view, already a million times better. Obviously, we got a ton of overspray up here, but it's looking good. So making my life just a tad bit harder here. We're going to be getting this wing off so we can paint it. A bolt right here, a bolt right here, and a bolt right here. Same goes for this one, and this one. Since my tools are in the STI, I have to use a swivel to get to it, but it's a 10 mil, and hopefully it's as easy as it might be to get off. But knowing this old car, it might not be. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. So she's nice and sprayed down. I'm gonna go make sure that this is super dry. This one's gonna be the easiest, along with the grill pieces, to paint because it's completely off the car. It's gonna take a minute to get it back on the car just because it was a pain, but this thing probably has not been off since 1986. So I'm gonna clean this up too. This is nasty. So we're hoping that all of this nasty, the Plasti Dip, can cover up pretty well. I'm thinking, I have a really good feeling that it will. So let's get at it. As I weigh everything for dry, it's obviously quarantine time, but we're going to be going to the store once, or just ordering on Amazon, honestly, and just get all the overspray off so it doesn't look as ghetto. You know, like little spots there, this little stuff here. So then that way it looks a little bit more sleek, but right now, dang, that's a noticeable difference. It looks so good once everything's all cleaned up. This spot has one more coat, and then we should be all good, and then we're going to be moving on to the grill. So the nice thing with the grill, we're going to pop this hood here. We'll be able to pop everything out. I'm not really going to spray a whole lot down, or tape a whole lot down, just because we're going to do this chrome delete here. We're going to hopefully get this at the bottom and just make it look a little bit cleaner. So. Wash these babies off. The biggest thing is just to make sure you know where the parts go. So just be on the safe side, the right side, grill covers over there, the left side, grill covers over here. And I'm going to make sure that these get all dried off properly, and then we'll start with that. Then what we'll do is I'll put a layer of this coat here. Wowza, we've been at this for a long time. So right now, this is getting cleaned off. Everything's taped off and hidden. We got the lights and then everything behind. While these guys are all done, they'll be drying up, and then I'll be painting up this. So this is going to go here, and the red right here is going to get painted too. So everything's going to be black here. Most of the bumper will be. So we'll see how it looks. If it looks bad, I'll just take it off. Not sure how I feel about it quite yet. We'll see with everything off. I think it might look a little ghetto, but we'll see. We got 2 more coats on this, and then we're going to get started with the rear. The rear is going to be a little bit harder just because, 1, I ran out of tape, and 2, I'm just going to get this chrome part. So I'm going to try not to get this other stuff here. But the wing is done, and then so are the center pieces. And then all we'll have left is, once this is out, we'll be doing the headlights. And then cleaning up, because we got a lot of overspray we're going to have to work with. So, yeah. Alright, so it actually doesn't look too bad. The bumper's all done. It actually looks a lot better than I thought. It looks better on camera. Let's brighten it up a little bit. So now what we're going to do is the inside headlights. We're going to do our best attempt at wrapping them. I don't have a razor blade or what is the word even called? Squeegee. And so we're going to be doing the best that we can. I might just try to take the bulbs out, use these scissors here, and use a credit card. So obviously I don't use that every day. So. All right, so that whole time lapse was a total waste of time because I had to give up on it. It didn't work. But I have Mike and Tim's help. I gotta focus here a little bit better. With Mike's and Tim's help, I'm actually able to get it. Here's the other light. It went on perfectly smooth. I'm gonna have to hit the heat gun on like these corner edges just so it can hit the corners a little bit better. But here's what we did and here's how it works. 2 people are responsible for 2 corners. They're gonna pull the corners tight, and then Mike is going to hit it with the heat gun in the middle. We got it pretty hot last time. So then the other 2 people are gonna be pulling against each other. Tim's pulling on me and I'm pulling on him. I want to pull a little harder, Tim. And then you're also pulling out at the same time. So you're pulling against and out. Then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, push. And you push it on as hard as you can. Just good. Oh, that one wasn't nearly as good. This part needs to be spread out more. Alright, let's redo it. Take it off. We got to redo it. We're just going to act like we didn't do that. Heat gun's gonna hit everything. As you can tell, we made our mistake on the first time. So this heat gun's gonna get all the wrinkles out. Let me get up on my side too. Stella. Ah! Melting. And 3, 2, 1, down. Pull down as tight as you can. I think we got it. And we got it. Hell yeah. And that is how you wrap a headlight. Let's go. We weren't even focused on this the whole time, but that's okay. So headlight wrapped. We got both headlights wrapped. And then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit the heat gun because we've got these little edges right here that it just needs to fold around properly. But we have no air bubbles, no nothing. We did it, baby. That was the first time I've ever done that. We've got the taillights. We've got the headlights. I'm gonna assemble those right now. It's starting to rain, so I gotta keep everything inside and close. But now it's gonna be back for the reassembly of the car and cleaning some things up. So let's get to it. Ooh. All right, so it's late. You can't really see anything right now, but it looks so good. I hate to be this guy because I usually like to edit and do everything in the morning and then be able to post for you guys in the morning, but you can't see junk right now. I'm gonna show you guys the car in the morning. Whoo, man, oh man. This is looking mighty fine. So a lot of you guys were wondering and they want to see before and after. So if I have the footage, hopefully I have footage of before, but I'll definitely get some solid afters for you so you guys can see how she looks. I'm gonna pull it out of the garage just to get a good look of the outside here, and yeah. Clearly you can tell I'm not even ready for the day yet, but we are all done with today's video. I appreciate you guys watching. If this is your first time ever joining in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because there's a lot of more content to come. We're hoping that there's some good news coming in with the STI soon. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So peace.